The year was 2013 when I first got to play Mortal Kombat. Now, unlike all of you, I did not have the privilege to play Mortal Kombat on a PC or a console. Although I did have a capable enough PC to run Mortal Kombat 9, my first experience with Mortal Kombat was on a feature phone. That was when I first played UMK3 and dedicated myself to the realm of Mortal Kombat. Scorpion became my favorite instantly, and then I started to worship him. Here are some of my pictures posing as Scorpion. Anyways, fast forward to 2015, MKX was around the corner. I remember my brother showing me the MKX trailer on YouTube, and let's just say, I was fascinated. This was the first time when I saw Scorpion in HD. Surprisingly, this was my first encounter with System of a Down. Man, Banana Terracotta Pie playing in the trailer was just chef's kiss.
Terracotta pie, hey, terracotta pie, hey, terracotta pie, hey, terracotta pie.
After the game launched, in the newspaper I saw a review of Mortal Kombat 10, and then I thought about it on my way to school. I then came to realize how big of a thing it was since the newspaper covered it. I also remember my brother showing me all the fatalities of all the characters on YouTube, and I found them quite exciting. I then went ahead to make not one but two Scorpion masks, so we can say that I was breathing Mortal Kombat at that time. Anyways, I didn't get to experience it till 2019 when my cousin handed me a copy of it and I brought it home and ran it on my laptop. It ran surprisingly well. Before we move ahead, let's just take a moment to understand the chronology of Mortal Kombat franchise reboot. Mortal Kombat did a soft reboot in 2011 called Mortal Kombat, then dropped a sequel in 2015 called Mortal Kombat X. So technically they jumped 9 games in between. Then we got Mortal Kombat 40, which implies they speedran 38 games off screen. After that came Mortal Kombat 11, a prequel to 40 but a sequel to 10, because Chronica. And when the dust settled, they followed MK11 with Mortal Kombat 1, a reboot of the franchise featuring Omni-Man and Homelander. See, it's actually genius. The naming scheme is a tutorial in critical thinking. Math class meets combat. You don't just play Mortal Kombat, you decode it. Anyways, jokes aside, MKX is a pretty good game. Apart from the poor dialogue writing and okay-ish story, the game offers amazing gameplay which was fluid and responsive for the time, good graphics, and most importantly, very gory fatalities, probably the goriest in the series till now. Let's just start with the story first. It'll be a brief synopsis. Evil elder god called Shinnok has invaded the Earth realm with his army of aliens. Raiden stops him and traps him in the Nether realm. Inspired by Shinnok, others attempt to invade Earthrealm. Shao Kahn attempted too, but that resulted in the start of the Mortal Kombat tournament, which ended with Shao Kahn being defeated. He still invaded anyways, but was stopped and killed. Turns out it was just an illusion and Shinnok was behind it. Johnny Cage, Raiden, Sonya Blade, leading the Earthrealm's defender, managed to trap Shinnok in the amulet. And then, the story shifts to the new fighters. 20 years later, the game features a new lineup of fighters: Cassie Cage, Takeda, Jackie Briggs, and Kung Jin. Meanwhile, in the Outworld, Mileena and her fellows are planning to kill Kotal Khan in order to clear their way for Outworld's throne. She has the amulet and threatens to destroy both the worlds. They do not succeed, however, because Devora and friends were there to protect Kotal Khan. Anyways, later it is revealed that Devora was a mole planted by Quan Chi and she managed to steal the amulet to release Shinnok. Later we get to see human Scorpion who just wants to avenge his family. The Earthrealmers go to the Netherrealm, they capture Quan Chi and come back with him. However, later it is revealed that it was all a part of the plan. Scorpion then kills him to avenge his family, but before he does, Quan Chi brings Shinnok back. Shinnok then goes to Jinsei, which is the life source on Earthrealm, to corrupt it and become more powerful. Amidst all of this, Kotal Khan was humbled by the Earthrealmers. He then accepted to help them against the invasion, but then he betrays them and joins Shinnok because he can't defeat Shinnok. Lastly, Shinnok is defeated by none other than Cassie Cage. Raiden then uncorrupts the Jinsei chamber and then becomes corrupt Raiden. Even when corrupted, he fights for Earthrealm and he becomes the cooler Raiden. However, I have a few gripes with the story. One of them being Shinnok losing to Cassie Cage. I mean, he took down a fellow god, but somehow his more powerful form lost to a human with green powers. Power dynamics are really weird in this game. Another thing which I find really weird with Mortal Kombat is how they treat Scorpion. He often dies, comes back, and never does anything impactful. I really hope they give my boy Scorpion the spotlight someday. It's always someone like Liu Kang, Raiden, or the Cages who play an important role in the story, but when it comes to Scorpion, it's always about him and his clan. He did something impactful in this game, however. It's not like he's not there. He takes revenge on his clan and family, but that results in Shinnok getting released, so that's huge for the story. It would have been really awesome if he appeared more in the story and acted as a father figure to the young generation, just like Sub-Zero. Even after losing his Revenant form, he's always hot-headed and doesn't think with his brain. This was fortunately fixed in Mortal Kombat 11, where we get to see a rational Scorpion who actually thinks and tries to reason with others. He's the reason why Kitana, Kung Lao and Liu Kang were never resurrected, and that's pretty bad. The aspect which I really liked was the chemistry of the young fighters. Kung Jin, Takeda, Jackie and Cassie. They added a layer of sassiness to the story which made it pretty interesting. They always have each other's back. Seeing something like that in Mortal Kombat is really wholesome. I like the dynamics between OG generation of fighters and the new generation.
Blood of Kung Lao, descendant of the great Kung Lao, a common thief. Did you think you could walk unimpeded into my temple and walk out again without my complicity?
You wanted me to attack you. Why?
To release your anger, make you amenable to reason.
And make me feel like shit.
Self-loathing has always been an unfortunate part of your makeup. There lies ahead a brighter path, one that will truly honor your ancestors, one that is worthy of you. Go to the Wuxi Academy, join the Shaolin, like Kung Lao before you.
I can't. They won't accept.
They care only about what is in your heart, not whom your heart desires.
It's too late for me.
It is never too late, Kung Jin.
It's a breath of fresh air from the typical Mortal Kombat stuff and suits the narrative of this game. For instance, the relation between Scorpion and Takeda, or Cassie and Sub-Zero, Kung Jin and Raiden. Seeing them interact with each other and both the generations responding to each other's quirks adds a wholesome touch to the story. The Outworld people in this game are stupid AF. They always seem to think with their, well, not with their brains. Take the fight between Kotal Khan and Kung Jin for example. We get to see a great sense of respect between them only to get undone later in the game. Kotal seems all macho and stuff but chickens when something major comes up. He's the most inconsistent in the game. I don't like the way he's written considering that he's one of the main characters in the game. All he does is loses and gives orders and misunderstands a lot of stuff which is completely not cool for a king and highlights his bad nature. Devora was one of the cool characters, however. She was genuinely evil and had us gamers in the first half. Her design, voice and dialogues speak a lot about her. They scream evil but competence. She'll get the job done no matter what. That means playing loyal to one and backstabbing them when the chance is right. One complaint which I have with the game are the uninteresting backdrops which are done better in Mortal Kombat 11. The backdrops in X are monotonous and uninteresting. It's always along the colors like brown, black and yellow, which does fit the art style of the game but I find them boring still. I don't think I can comment on the gameplay because I am a terrible player. I found the controls and handling of the players to be smooth but had a hard time hitting and continuing combos. Something which I feel I got better at in Mortal Kombat 11 because of its smoother and easier control scheme. Prior to MKX, I had played MK4 and I got a huge upgrade, and I basically skipped MK9, so I can't really comment on how it compares to MK9, but I can definitely say that MK11 plays better, but it is slower when compared to MKX. I think the AI in this game is bonkers. I've been pinned many times in the corner and then defeated by some repeated moves. Maybe the AI is bad, or maybe I'm just bad. Quick time events also showed up and they were pretty chill. I got no complaints for them. We also saw the inclusion of X-Ray, which I think is pretty rad but also very overpowered. You can win a losing fight just like I have if you deploy it properly. It drains away like 30% of the health, which makes the game easier in some aspects. The fatalities and brutalities were on point and graphic. Mortal Kombat had never been this gory before. Even the later titles didn't cross the fatalities in terms of the gore, and I don't think we're gonna get that level of gore in the coming MK games. I miss Bibality though. I think it should have been included in this game. We also saw Test Your Might, which gets pretty hard after a certain point, at least for me, because I had a hard time breaking that. And the crypt, which can be used to unlock really cool stuff. I really enjoyed exploring the crypt. Overall, minus the story, it's a great game. It is peak Mortal Kombat.
Sorry guys. Audio recording got corrupted. I had a hard time recording the audio for this one. If you guys enjoyed this brief experience review, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Going somewhere, Jarek?
Jax! I thought you were going to...
Thought I was what? Dead? Like my partner you just tossed off the cliff?
I'm sorry, Jax. Please, don't drop me. Wait, I promise.
Too late, Jarek.
You can't drop me. You have to uphold the law. You have to arrest me. Wait, this is brutality. You can't do it.
Wrong, Jarek. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.